Welcome back to this World of Warcraft Let's Play. You're with Sambo, and joining us, as always, is Seraphis, our level 27 Worgen Mage. Say g'day, Seraphis.
The beast in me hungers.
Yeah, the beast in us all hungers, especially here, it would seem, in Astranaar. If you're with us in the last episode, you'll know that we made our way here to the normally peaceful town of Astranaar. Of course, we're in Ashenvale Forest. Here, have a look, we're pretty much at the main Alliance outpost in Ashenvale Forest. Astranaar is it. Of course, if you've played WoW since the vanilla days, you'll remember Astranaar as a peaceful town. It certainly isn't a town that's on fire. Ashenvale itself is a bit of a PvP hotbed, always has been, but we've never actually had a direct Horde invasion. You can see up here the Watch Wind Riders. These Horde Wind Riders are making an assault on our town. They're actually throwing down fireballs at us. A very offensive assault going on. No idea what's happening. So I'm as much in the dark as you guys are. We can see up the top there's some kind of Lord, what is that, Lord Magmathar up behind the trees there. In fact, let's head on over just out of the tree line there so we can actually have a look. I'm not sure what's going on. What's I guess it's all part of the cataclysm. Let's go around here a little bit so we can get a better view. Almost. We've got all these Astranaar throwers here as well, the Glaive Throwers. You'll remember them, of course, from our days in Gilneas. There we go. Can we get the camera? There it is. Okay, so yeah, gosh, look at that. Lord Magmathar is hovering above the town. I'm guessing because he's got a exclamation mark on him that we'll be able to actually take him out later on, or at least have an attempt. But yes, things are very different here. So not sure where to start. We've got a whole bunch of quests to hand in. And let's take a look at those now. We've got one which is actually the Cookie Crumb quest to get us here. Speak with Sentinel Luara at Astranaar in Ashenvale. I think that's probably the one that we're going to do first. Let's track all these. We had a recent patch, by the way, in WoW, and for some reason all of our tracking got lost, but that's okay. Let's just make sure we've still got this set to proximity. Remember, folks, you can order your tracker down the side here by proximity, i.e. how far away the quests are, so you're always going to the closest ones. They're difficulty high, difficulty low, or any order you like. You can do it manually. Alright, so we've got to basically report into Sentinel Luara. We've got the cure here. Remember, we were bathing that all those herbs in what was it, the light of a loon back at Meister's post, I think. So we've done a lot of work to get that cure happening. We want to bring that to the sick child here, and we've got Rain Wolfrunner. We've got the glowing gem that we've got to deliver to her as well. I think Astranaar Bound is possibly the first one we should do. Where's that? That's just up here somewhere, apparently. Where are we? There she is, Sentinel Luara. So you're very keen to find out what on earth is going on here. Now, normally there's a flight master around here somewhere. Yes, there is. There we go. Can't remember if in the last episode we got that already, and you can see we've got a whole bunch of flight points opened up now. It's very handy, all the way over to the other side of Ashenvale, in fact. So that's definitely not how it used to be in the old days. You used to have to run from one end to the other. But it's a beautiful forest. Pity that we're being attacked, so let's see if we can figure out exactly what is going on. Right, Astranaar Bound. Ivana is alive. I feared that she might be dead when we heard about the attack on Meister Post. And of course, you guys know all about that attack. Covered that off in the last episode. As you can see, we have our hands full with the Horde here as well. You've given me the greatest gift by letting me know she is well. Anytime that you wish to ride one of my Night Sabers back to Meister's Post, it is yours. Okay, that's handy to know. Alright, so that just got us a bunch of XP. Very cool. What else have we got here? We've got another hand in over this way, I think. Yep. Let's go hand in to Rain Wolfrunner. And again, familiar character to any of you guys who have played WoW since the early days. She's always been standing here in this inn.
What brings you here?
What brings us here? Well, you tell me. I'm Rain Wolfrunner. Who might you be? Here we go with the glowing gem. Tyronus is dead. Oh, yeah, that's right. Whoops. The lady weeps softly for the loss of her friend, and then composes herself after a moment. We must see to it that his sacrifice was not in vain. Are you willing to see this through, mage? Very well. Allow me some time to think about how we should proceed.
Goddess, watch over you.
Excuse me too, folks. Still getting over my cold that Sydney gave me. Grr. Okay, here we go. Culling the Furbolg threat. Directly to the north of Astranaar are the Thistlefur Furbolg. My scouts report that their numbers have grown greatly over the past few months. If they grow too great, they may find the courage to attack Astranaar directly. Go to the Thistlefur village and kill as many of their kind as you can. So we have to go kill off 15 of those Furbolg. And you can see that they are indeed north of the village. I do remember the trail in there, by the way. It's good that they've marked those trails on the map now too. Never used to do that, if I remember rightly. Let's just make sure that we've got enough food and drink. We've got food, yes, got lots of drink. Make sure that we've sold off all of our junk. You can see there we've sold a couple of little items. Oh gosh. Okay, well, let's get rid of this food and drink because we really don't need it. And it's just taking up bag space. We've got ourselves a mana potion there. What's this? No, we can sell off those. Really need to start making some room in here. We really need to get to the auction house, unfortunately. Let's just make sure that they're not being used by an outfit. No, they're not. What about this one? No, that can go. Right, slightly making some room. Got some mail there that is soulbound, and we picked them up in an instance, I think. So we'll get rid of those. Spongy moral. No, we don't need that because we've already got food. What's this? Somber treads, soulbound leather. Anything that's soulbound that is a made out of material that you can't actually use yourself. You need to sell. You can't actually sell it on the AH, of course, because it is soulbound. Blood spattered shoulder pads. Yeah, we'll get rid of them anyhow. Let's see what else we have here. These are bind on equip. And force spirit -4. Okay, we'll definitely sell those on the AH. Let's just sort our bags out a little bit, make some room. What do we got here? That will go on the AH as well. Some a mail girdle there. What's this? Greater magic essence. That's definitely materials for alchemy and for, or rather not alchemy, for oh gosh, it slips my mind now. What's it? For disenchanting. Oh gosh, okay, this cold is playing havoc with my brain recently. I can never remember anything. I can't remember Oracle on DCU, and I can't, oh, enchanting, sorry, it finally came to me. Gosh, definitely need more sleep, I think is what the message there is. Anyhow, we're definitely going to have to get ourselves to the AH at some point because we're running out of bag space.
Be careful.
Whoops. Right, let's pop over here and hand in this one. I think it's Pilturus White Moon. Yep, so we'll hop on our mount quickly. And of course, even though the village of Astranaar is on a fire, you can still see how beautiful it is here in the forest of Ashenvale. Such a great zone. I absolutely love it. And there she is, Relara White Moon. And again, if you've been playing from the early days, you'll recognise this quest line. Slightly different now, but still the sick person is part of the quests here. Must apologise for I have no time to speak. My child Relara is deathly ill. This is from Arendelle, so we're giving him the cure from Arendelle. His skill with herbs and healing is great. This cure gives me hope when before I had little. Let's see what happens. Here you are, Relara. Take this. And of course, if you've been playing WoW for a while, you'll know what happens next. Father, are you there? I'm hungry. Can I have some stew? What? You're awake? Your cure must have worked. Thank you, Seraphis. Well, that's very interesting. Okay, well then you won't know what happens next because honestly, the cure in the old days, the cure that you give them at first actually didn't work. So that's weird. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, no, I am right. Look at this. I'd hoped that Arendelle's cure would have saved Relara, but I fear that it only slowed... Whoa. Oh, bugger, because they're doing the quest. Damn it. Got a Night Elf Druid there and a Night Elf Warrior who are playing because they're in the scripted event doing the quest. Unfortunately, it interrupts our quest gathering. Come on. Damn it. Don't you hate when that happens? Come on, give us back the quest icon. There we go. Alright, so it says, I'd hoped Arendelle's cure would have saved Relara, but I fear it's own... Oh! Can you believe it? Let's do a cry. It's not their fault, but... Come on. Hopefully just those two, and that's it. Goodness me, that's an interesting laugh. Okay, finally, here we go. We must find a more powerful medicine. Thankfully, Arendelle spoke to me of further remedies should this first one fail. Elun's Tear is a type of stone that rests in only one place, the remains of Iris Lake. Destroyed by an eruption of Thunder Peak, northeast of Astranaar. Orendel said the stone will wash away the corruption. So please, Seraphis, bring me Elun's tear, and pray it will end my child's sickness. So we have to go collect that. And if we have a look up the top here, yeah, you can see that's where the furbolgs are that we need. There's Elun's tear over there by the lake. And again, if you've played WoW before, you'll remember where that is. Sounds like there's only remains of it at the moment, though. Maybe that's something to do with the cataclysm as well. Alright, what else do we have to do? What other quests do we have here? That looks like that's it, except we've got some more to pick up. I know that for sure. So let's head down the other end of the village. And goodness me, I'd love to know what on earth is going on with this Horde invasion. I'm guessing that Garrosh Hellscream, who's nearby, well, his camp's nearby, has got something to do with it. Anyway, Sentinel Thensel, what's she want us to do? Mage, Astranaar's burning. Quickly, take this bucket of water and put out the fires before there's nothing left. Oh, that's cool. I love these quests. So we actually get to extinguish the fires. You can see we've had something come into our bags there. Extinguish fires in Astranaar. It's a bucket of water, but of course we can just use it from the quest tracker up there. Very handy. Here's a Draenei here. If you haven't seen a Draenei character before, and of course one of my favourite races, Draenei, I love that. My main is a Draenei. Okay, helping hand under the supervision of Architect Nemos and Vindicator Vidar. My people are revitalising an old Night Elf outpost in the eastern part of Ashenvale. The task of building won't be easy, Seraphis, for the challenges and enemies they face are many. I know Architect Nemos and his compatriots at Forest Song would appreciate any help they can get, and he has asked me to send any interested woman his way. Speak to me again, and I'll arrange for fast transport to their location. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, we'll accept that. But the thing is that in the old days, oh, look, an Alec, very cool. And of course, that's the racial mount for a Draenei. There is an Alec or an elephant, I guess. But you can see here, yeah, this is where Forest Song is way over here. You used to have to run all the way there in the old days. Pretty cool that she's going to give us a ride. Now, also, folks, you can see down the bottom here, we've got ourselves an archaeological dig site. What on earth was that? I think that was the Alec. Got ourselves an archaeological dig site to the south of us. And, by the way, there's something called Stardust Spire down there. It looks like there's a flight point. So that's very interesting. I don't remember there being one there ever before, so that's going to be new as well. In the meantime, I think what we should do is actually get off our high horse, so to speak, and start putting out some fires. So what we do is we select it, and generally, yeah, you get yourselves a target. Here we go, and you can splash the water. Right, let's see if we can actually extinguish a fire by constantly splashing on it. Generally is what you have to do. You can see it going down a bit there. Although we don't seem to be making too much of a difference to that one. Maybe we'll try another fire. Let's see, maybe I was doing something wrong. Okay, what about the front here? This fire at the front of the building. Excuse me, frog in my throat. Well, oh, there we go, that's much better. So it just obviously wasn't quite aimed up on it.
I need to get closer.
Alright, so let's find ones that are a lot easier to target. Certainly enough of them. Alright, there's one up there. And those of you who have done the Halloween quests in the Halloween season, the world event, you'll be familiar with this because, of course, you have to put out the fires that the Headless Horseman makes in places like, you know, Goldshire and any of your regional outposts. So you'll be familiar with this particular one. Also, I think you have to do this at Easter time. I'm pretty sure I remember putting out fires in Dunmoreau as well over Easter. Alright, that one didn't quite trigger. Sometimes it's a bit hard to figure out exactly where you need to aim the bucket. There we go. A couple of bits of trial and error sometimes. Let's try that. Yes, alright, getting better at it now. Alright, these ones should be nice and easy, you'd hope. Can we put that one out at the top of the pole? Yep, nice and simple. Let's put the ones out on the gate. No, this one looks like it might be on the ground, perhaps. Maybe just to the front a little bit. Nope. Or it's a big fire, of course. It's the other thing. No. Just trying to get that angle right. No, apparently not. Maybe not all of them are actually fires you can put out. Who knows? There's one. Let's try up higher a little bit. No. This one just does not want to be put out. How strange. Alright, we'll move along to another one then. Maybe the one up the top of this roof here. There we go. 9 out of 15 fires done. 10. 5 more to go. Now, what I'd be very interested to know, by the way, while we put these fires out and try and save Astranaar from burning to the ground, is who of you guys out there used to play back in the day, back in Vanilla WoW, and do any kind of factional PvP here in Astranaar, or indeed not only in Astranaar, but in Ashenvale itself. Of course, like I said earlier, it was definitely a hot bed of PvP action, not only here, but also places like Stranglethorn Vale, South Shore, Hillsbrad Foothills, all those sort of places which were just crazy nuts. The good old days of trying to fight for your territory, back when PvP was much simpler than it is now. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section. Let me know what your first world PvP experiences were, and I'm definitely wanting to restrict it to world PvP, not the battlegrounds or arenas or anything like that, or not yet at least. So that's your question, what was your very first world PvP experience and whereabouts was it? Be very keen to know. I've got lots of fond memories from those good old days. Alright, there we go. 15 of 15 of the fires put out now. We can go hand that baby in. Now I wonder if this will phase, and now that we've done this quest, whether the fires will disappear. That'll be interesting to see. Now it's time to deal with the Horde, she says. Right, the fires are mostly contained, but we have to do something about those Wind Riders. We sure do. Quick, Seraphis, you have to jump into one of our Glaive Throwers and return fire. Oh, cool. I love vehicle quests. This is going to be fun. Use an Astranaar Thrower to shoot down 15 Hellscream's Hellions and their Watch Wind Riders. You'll be able to choose one of these rewards. Oh, what do we get? We get something with, unfortunately, more armor and less intellect. Of course, as you know from all of the previous episodes we've filmed in this series, we definitely want to hang on to intellect. So unfortunately, we're not going to take that. We'll definitely take something else that's worth more money though instead. Because of course we can vendor that, no problem. Alright, so there's an Astranaar Glaive Thrower. That's what we want to hop into, and once again we've been inside one of these before back in the Gilneas days. If you look back, right back at the beginning of our series, you'll recognise this very much. In fact, if I zoom out, you might be able to recognise it a bit more. Will it zoom? No, it doesn't actually show us any more of it. No, that's okay. Alright, so you can see here our number one ability is to throw a glaive, and that we fire it at a Horde Wind Rider to shoot them down. So all we need to do is aim with the right mouse button, of course, and let's aim that up and hit 1, and off it goes. And there we go, 1 of 15 shot down. Now you can actually fire it while you're moving as well if you so wish. And look at that, the Wind Rider actually fell out of the sky there. Okay, that was pretty cool. Alright, so we're just going to search for these, and you can also hold down both mouse buttons just to keep going. So you can keep one hand on the mouse, hold both of the buttons down, and just press 1 on your keypad. So you can just keep the thing rolling if you so wish. Trying to aim up. Here we go. 4 out of 15 shot down. It's always good, and by the way, you have to lead. Yeah, that was a terrible shot, Sambo. You have to lead your fire if you're going to try and attack a moving target, of course. Right. Oh, now that's something else I just spotted up the top there. I know it's got nothing to do with the quest that we're on, but there is a leatherworker supplier up the top of that building there. If you are into your leatherworking, you're looking for goods, that's where you need to go. I remember trying to hunt high and low for that once before, so just a small little tip there, just so you're not wandering around aimlessly trying to find that. Alright, 7 out of 15. There's a moving target, can we? No. Okay, we really have to have quite a big lead-in. Oh yeah, no, there's no chance of that. We're going to just try and go for the stationary ones because we're cheap and it's a lot easier. Right, there we go. Looks like we're clearing out the skies of these Horde Wind Riders. Oh, there's a stationary one there. Let's go for a bit of a ride, see if we can find some more. 10 out of 15, 3/4 of the way there. And unfortunately, there's no speed boost in these either, so you just have to trundle around, which makes sense, I guess. It's not like they're actually going to be built for the need for speed. Alright, let's have a look around. Oops, there's one over there. Of course, you can still look around with just your left mouse button if you so wish. Let's see if we can lead one in there. Did we get it? No. Massive lead time? No. It has to be even more lead time than that. Wow. I am terrible at this. Alright, let's just go for the stationary ones again. And there's a Night Elf player riding by on their racial Night Elf mount, which I do love. Absolutely love it. Right, 13 out of 15 to 14 out of 15. One more to go. There's one there. All done. Oh, let's see if we can get one. Just for... Oh, don't get... Oh. You know what, I wouldn't mind actually scoring a hit on a moving one. That would be a bit of an achievement for me. But, well, never mind. Alright, let's get out of the Glaive Thrower. Go and hand back in. Using our Running Wild racial mount there.
What brings you here?
Cannot thank you enough. We've shot down enough of them to save us. There we go. Alright, which is the most expensive? It is the Astranaar leg guards, the male items there. Excuse me. Got ourselves a whole bunch of Darnassus rep, and of course we do want that reputation. Why do you think we want that reputation? Well, let me answer that for you. That's because you can see here we are revered. What we actually want to do is get to Exalted. Why would we want to get to Exalted with Darnassus when we are Gilnean? Well, it's because we want to be able to buy one of their racial mounts, because I love the Night Sabers. If we get to Exalted, we'll actually be able to buy one. So that's a really good reason to get to Exalted, if you ask me. Alright, and what's happened to the frame rate? Good old Vista going crazy nuts again. Are you going to settle down? No, maybe not. Okay, we'll pause just for a second. We'll be right back. And we're back, folks. Sorry about that. No idea what Vista is doing. I know I have to upgrade to a Windows 7, don't I? Terrible. It just decides to go crazy all on its own. There's nothing going on in the background, and then it comes right again for no rhyme or reason. Horrible, horrible operating system. Anyhow, you can see, folks, that we have indeed phased back. This is Astranaar as it should be, save for a bit of smoke laying around. Of course, we've got no Wind Riders anymore and absolutely no flames, so all is good in the world. We fought back the invasion. Nice to see. Now, one thing that we do have to check before we start heading out onto some other quests is our mail. I can see that our mail box is glowing brightly there. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Oh, okay, we've got a couple of players that have messaged us. One here from Canelli. Seraphis, hello again. I heard you mention me a while ago and thought I'd mail you back a reply just in case you were filming again. So yeah, happy to have a chat one day, and always, as always, good luck for the future. Truly yours, Canelli. And here we go. P.S. Enjoy a nice gift from me. Look at that. Will you look at that? He's sent us 10 gold. Can you, or he or she? Thank you very much. Big shout out to you, Canelli. And of course, we absolutely do not ask for players to send us gifts or gold. If you choose to, that is fantastic and it's very much appreciated. And of course, that will go towards buying some nice gear in the future. So thank you very much, Canelli. Big shout out to you and hope to see you online at some time. And we've got another one here from Seraphis. That's very interesting. Seraphis. That's a great sounding name that you've got there. Hello, Sambo. Made a Worgen Mage just to see how it is, and hopefully I'll see you in Ashenvale one day. Certainly hope so, Seraphis. We'll, please add me to your friends list, of course, and if you see us online, for goodness sake, give us a shout out, and maybe you can come and run a quest or two with us in an episode. That would be lots of fun. Alright, and what's Vista doing? Is it... It's having another heart attack, is it? Oh, no, it is. It isn't. It is. It isn't. It can never seem to make up its mind, can it? All right. Now, before we do anything else, I know we have to check our bags. We've got to sell off some of the loot there because it's just taking up space. We've got some soulbound mail items there, and of course, they are absolutely no use to us because we can't use mail. So let's use our Sell-O-Matic just to make sure there's no junk in our bags, and of course sell off that quest item that we got there. And by the way, there is a night elf. That's one of the night elf racial mounts that I was talking about before. You can see if we hover over her, so you can see it's a spotted frost saber, increases the ground speed by 60%. So yep, really cool mounts that the old night elves have. Can't wait to get one. And once again, if we get ourselves our reputation, that's hitting the U key there, reputation in Darnassus up to exalted, and we're about a quarter of the way through that last revered section there to get us to exalted. That will get us a mount. Alright, let's have a look on the old map and see what we should probably do next. I'd say it's the Firbolg threat, and indeed that's coming up as the closest in our proximity ordered list there. So if Vista will stop having a heart attack, let's mount up on our other mount and head over in that direction, perhaps at least get there to wrap up the episode. I know we're running out of time. Let's make our way there and check it out before we do finish off. And of course we've still got an option to catch an Alec all the way over to Forest Song to hand in a helping hand. We still need to go down to the south of us here to wherever this Stardust Spire is and check out our archaeology. We do need to start working on that whenever we can, of course. And we also need to make our way over back to Darnassus so we can get to the auction house. Look at this, isn't it beautiful? Love Ashenvale. Get our way back to the auction house to empty our bags. Alright, now this is interesting. Hell Scream's Watch. So up there, yeah, it looks like up that way is Hell Scream's Watch. I'd say that's obviously a Horde outpost, and you can see it's perched precariously close to Astranaar, just on the other side of the lake there. Very interesting, you have to watch out. That's new. We've got Meister's Post. We've got the Fire Scar Shrine to the south of us down there. I'm not sure what that is, and of course the signpost back to Astrona. Now you guys might remember though, this up here is the pathway into the Thistlefur Firbolg community, and indeed you can see that's where we need to be on the map. Opening up with a Frostbolt, of course. Just want to clear away a little bit so we can have a look inside. And there we go, 1 out of 15 of those downed. Let's have a look at our ping, by the way. Excuse me. 277. No, actually, so it's nothing to do with my ping. It's definitely something to do with good old Vista. Alright, and look at this. Isn't it just... I just absolutely adore the graphics in this zone. I love the feel of this zone. Love the music in this zone. Everything about it is just... Again, it was a pain in the old days because it was so big. Granted, and it was annoying having to run from one end to the other, but I'd say hopefully that the well, we know for sure that the quests are a lot more streamlined now, and of course to get to the other end they're offering us an Alec ride, so that's a big change from the old days, trust me. Easy mode compared to what we used to have to do in the old days. Hey, trudging 10 miles uphill barefoot in the snow. No, I'm just kidding, sound like a grumpy old man now, don't I? Alright, I know we're running out of time. I noticed that we did get... Oh, by the way, what's that over there in the distance? I'd imagine that that's possibly... Yeah, that could actually be... is it Hell Scream's Watch? No. It's... No, I don't know what that is. We'll have to take a bit of a run over there later and do some exploring and find out. As you can tell, the forest is absolutely huge, by the way. It's a massive, massive forest. You basically can't see to the end of it in any direction, which means lots of fun and lots of exploring. Let's have a look in our bags because we did pick up a quest item there, and of course you know that it's a quest item because it's got an exclamation mark on it and it's got a yellow outline. And if you hover over it, it actually says this item begins a quest. There we go. Subtle aura permeates the wood of this carving, gives you a feeling of unease. Let's have a look. Corrupting influence. As you search through the belongings of the dead Firbolg lying before you, a small charm, very obviously created by trolls, spills out onto the ground. Trolls, eh? Touching the charm, you immediately get the sense that something is not right about the wood. A feeling of unease, of corruption, permeates the object. Wrapping it in some spare cloth, you put it in your pack and resolve to show it to Rain Wolfrunner when you next find yourself in Astranaar. So we have to deliver that troll charm to her, obviously, on our way back. But that can be in the next episode, folks, because, of course, run out of time, as always. Time goes so fast when we're playing WoW. I absolutely love it. Love being in this zone. Love playing on Seraphis, our Worgen Mage. Love everything about it, and I certainly hope you do. So on behalf of myself, Sambo, and Seraphis, our Worgen Mage, from here in the Ashenvale Forest, hope you're having a great day. Hope you'll join us next time. And until then, it's us saying bye-bye.